Very warm welcome and a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hedge Racing once again. We're this Friday evening for Zandvoort. We're here again in Zandvoort after it was last weekend. Basically, I'm pretty sure everyone's aware, but there was a bit of a weather problem in Zandvoort last week. Basically, there was no rain scheduled, but we accidentally did the weather wrong and put rain on. So the results from last weekend stay, but we're doing Zandvoort again as a bonus. So last week doesn't change, we're just doing Zandvoort again. To kick off this weekend, we're in Russia tomorrow in Sochi for the Russian Grand Prix tomorrow, but we're again in Zandvoort tonight. An opportunity for the drivers to get some more points on the board. We've got 16 so far this evening with Franco, who's en route. Always late, Franco, isn't he? But better late than never. And we do believe that Mike Whitty's got a bit of a connection issue tonight. He's at his girlfriend's house. And a bit of a lag, I've heard, so Mike could be in trouble in the Ferrari. On board with Jay Nero, the AlphaTauri driver, who did set the fastest lap so far, 1:10.5 on the medium compound as well, so a good start for the AlphaTauri of Jake. Limmy's joining me on commentary, just running a bit late, so we'll be here quite shortly. For now, it's just me, but Limmy's joining me. If someone could very quickly put something in the chat just to let me know if the stream is looking good and sounding good, I would massively appreciate it. It'd be a big help. Mike can see Mike leaving and joining the session for fun, so I'm having a feeling that Mike could be in a bit of trouble tonight, and I could see an AI driver. So yeah, we're in Russia tomorrow, we're in Sochi tomorrow, but it is Zandvoort Part 2 if you like, after the great race last week, but obviously the weather wasn't meant to rain, and it did rain and it affected the results, so last weekend stayed as Jacko's facing the wrong way on track, and nearly ends up crashing into El Wyatt. Thank you Amelia Greenwood for letting me know it's all good, I appreciate it. So a bit of background on Zandvoort. Of course, we did a bit of background on Zandvoort last week, but we'll do it again. Why not give you some more information on Zandvoort? So, of course, the first ever F1 race in Zandvoort, in Holland, was in 1952. Alberto Ascari took the win in the Ferrari. I'm sure that Mike and Jacko would love to match that tonight and get a Ferrari win, but if Mike's connection is letting him down, it could be all on Jacko. Twin points on was Lewis White, goes wide, touches the grass, going around turn 14 and enters the pits. Luckily, didn't end up in an accident for him. Let's go on board with Alfie, the Mercedes driver, and you can keep an eye on him while I run you through some information on Zandvoort. It is a 153.3 kilometre race. Obviously, it's normally 306 kilometres, but obviously it's only a 50% race, which means it's 36 laps a day in Zandvoort, with a capacity in the stadium of 105,000, and the official name of the Zandvoort Grand Prix is the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. It's 3.15 mile circuit, and it is 14 turns. As for the weather, we already know we're expecting a dry race. If it's not a dry race, then I'll be a bit a bit concerned. I think Limmy just joined us, I do believe. Limmy, hello. He mustn't be ready just yet. He has to join the party though, so he'll be with us any moment now. And the next race is Russia. We are in Russia tomorrow. We're in Sochi. What should be a thrilling Russian Grand Prix. Of course, it's always a great race in Russia. And next weekend it's Bahrain, so the good races keep on coming. Of course, it's a full track list this season. We're doing every single track throughout this season, and 2 stops in Zandvoort. Obviously, it wasn't planned, but it's a great track. It's a new track, and there's no harm in doing extra races when we can. So yes, we're in Zandvoort tonight again. If you're wondering why it says Zandvoort Part 2, you know why. So far, Hobbsy a 109.8 for the McLaren driver. Did win here last weekend due to the weather changes to pick up a P1. Jay Nero second, 110.5. That was on the medium compound though. Surely he'll look to improve that. And we've got a Renault 3 and 4. Smithy is the only reserve driver tonight, so he's not playing for any points. He's just there for numbers. He's filling in this evening, but a nice little 110.9 for Smithy. And Viper's the official Renault driver, a 110.6. Carlin in the McLaren, Chimp in the Renault, Greg in the Alpha are the only ones that are not with us tonight. Franco should be here in the Williams, and we've got pretty much a full grid, and hopefully we'll have a full grid again tomorrow in Sochi. And then we've got Smithy 4th, as I mentioned, Brewer 5th at the moment at 111 dead for the racing partner. Good season so far. Lewis White, who's really picked it up and started to perform him and Greg, a 111.2 for Lewis, followed by Favi, Ryan, Alfie and Keno respectively to make up the top 10. Chris Panda, Mike and Whitey will not set a lap time. Mike has just come back online though, and he's not currently in the lobby, so he has having a few connection issues, I believe. He'll hope to get them rectified very quickly, because obviously it's a big race and you want to score points, and if you can't get in the race, and we do know As mentioned previously, an AI driver gets you nothing. You do know if you lag out any time before the last 3 laps of the Grand Prix, you get a big fat 0. And unfortunately for Mike, he lagged out. Not lag out, sorry. He crashed on the last lap last weekend. It was on for a good finish. But he crashed last weekend on the last lap and ended with nothing. Now we're on board with Jay Nero. Only Hobbsy to beat so far. As mentioned, his lap time of 1:10.5, which is a superb lap, was set on the medium compound. I'm sure he'll look to improve it on the softs and start on pole and get that extra point on the board before the race has even started. He's definitely improved, Jake, since the start of the season. Had a bit of a poor start, but he's definitely improved it. Mike back in the lobby for now. Hopefully he can stay in the lobby now. And Bobby Jacob goes first with a 1:9.6, and that's top spot so far for Jay Nero on the Alpha Tauri. Limmy, are you with us yet? Still can't hear Limmy, he's still not here, so it's just me for now. There's still 9 minutes left, plenty of time. I'm gonna get a very quick drink, and then we'll crack on with some more laps before the end of the qualifying. Probably should have muted my mic, and I'm probably sure you didn't want to hear me drinking my water, but there you have it. Let's get on board with Chris Panda, who's actually not actually still in the pits for now. I thought he might have been out by now, but he's still in the pits. Let's have a look at a White, H Whitey, even in the Williams. It's a very unique track, Zandvoort. It's all surrounded by sand dunes. It is literally one of the most unique circuits in F1. There's no track like it, and it does provide a lot of thrilling racing because it's all fast paced. There's not really any leeway on this track. It's literally all fast paced. Is that Jacko just gone up? Was it Jacko? I think Jacko just gone up to 12th on the medium compound. He might have to carry the Ferraris if Mike struggles tonight with his connection. The Ferraris are up there in the constructors as well. They're P1 in the constructors at the moment, the Ferraris. The Red Bulls closely follow them. Chris Panda and Kino. Ryan Mills in the top 10 at the moment as well. A 1:11.5 for Mills. It's quite close to that midfield. If you look from Brewer downwards with 1:11, it's quite close to that midfield at the moment. Even, I mean, look at Jacko and Jay Silver's times. Obviously, both on different sides, but very, very even. Thank you to the 11 of you that are in the stream, tuning in the stream at the moment. They've got 3 comments. I'll have a quick look at them now. Haas Masterclass inbound again. I hope so, mate. You've had a cracking start so far. Limmy is coming soon, mate. Chris Panner says, love both of you on comms. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Limmy is meant to be here. He's like the invisible one at the moment. He's in the party. But no sign of him yet on the mic. But he is meant to be here. So yeah, it is the two of us, mate. Appreciate the kind comments. Has anyone got any questions? Or anything at all? Normally at this stage of the commentary I'd have a chat with Limmy, but he's not here. And I've pretty much covered everything that I need to cover. If not, I'll have a read over the standings very quickly and keep you up to date with the standings. Finishing good in quali is overrated. Well, Jake started towards the back. Jake Nero last week, didn't he? And got near the front. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. We'll see. I'll check the comments again in a minute. I'll have a quick read over the standings for you and let you know what the crack is with the standings this weekend. So, standings so far. This is race 7 of the season out of 23? 24? 24, I believe now, with the extra track. So plenty of time to go. Still very early on in the season. And of course, tomorrow we're in Russia, followed by Bahrain and Vietnam in the next 2 weeks. That'll be interesting. Vietnam is a track that is loved by many, quote unquote. So the standings so far going into tonight's race. Chris Panner, the Red Bull, leads with a 107 points. Hobbsy second, closely behind, only behind the Hobbsy in the McLaren, 96 points to his name. Jacko and Mike, the Ferraris, P3 and P4 respectively. Jacko on 71 points, Mike 58. Vipers Ken, considering he's missed some races, on 45 points. Franco on 42. Jay Nero on 37. Hello, Wimmy. Whitey 33. AK 24. And Alfie 10 is the top 10. And as for constructor standings, Ferrari 129, Red Bull 123, so only 6 points separating the top 2 in the constructor standings. McLaren also in triple digits, they're on 105. Williams 65, Alpha Tauri 43, Racing Point 32, Haas 24, Mercedes 22, Renault 22, and Alfa Romeo 8. So every team's got at least 1 point, which is fantastic. Just very quickly before we get Limmy in, the midfield battle at the moment, AK in 9th, all the way down to Favi in 14th, are separated by 14 points. So it's a real battle in that midfield. We've got 3 drivers alone on 16 points. So a very, very interesting midfield battle so far. Oh, Limmy, you're here eventually.
I am, yes. I was a little bit busy, but never too busy for a second rerun of Zambo.
Of course. We are waiting on Franco. But no, anytime, mate. You're welcome anytime. You're a big part of the league. So thank you for being here.
Wow, and as I joined, we got an increased poll time. I joined at a good time, actually, because it's crunch time. I'm sure you've gone through all you need to do in terms of facts, stats, and whatever.
You know me.
5 minutes to go. Oh, yeah. And, we joined at a good time, and the two people I expect to be at the top haven't got times in yet, so I have joined at a good time.
A quick update for you. You probably don't know this, but Mike is at his girlfriend's, and he's having really bad connection. He's got 1 bar connection. He's already left and rejoined about 4 times. So I'm not actually expecting Mike to get anything tonight. Likely is they'll probably lag out very early on and get nothing. I hope that's not the case.
First of all, Mike, if you are watching the stream, we know why you're there.
Hey!
Secondly,
keep it PG!
No, I mean,
keep it PG!
No, I don't mean that. I mean, what happened with his neighbour.
Oh! Right, this is me, you know what I'm like. Whoa, hang on.
I know why you're there. But yeah, Chris Panda
we'll keep it PG.
Is he on a time now? Where
he is out, he's just come out. Yeah, he's out.
He is, he's on a lap at the moment. He's going down to the stadium in turn 11, I believe. Maybe he is. Purple second sector as well, good stuff from the Red Bull driver. 3.5 minutes to go, got some traffic in front, hopefully they clear. 3 cars in front, Renault Williams and an Alpha Tauri. And Chris knew it was coming on that curb. I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. But he ain't got a time in, and he's only got 194 seconds to do so.
Leaving it late is Mr. Chris Panda. AK puts in the chat, I'm the Hedge Roman Grosjean. Your words not mine, mate, your words not mine. Chris Panda's actually stuck outside the pits because his Red Bull teammate Kino's just gone in. So even more time's being wasted for Chris Panda.
Go here, so 109.8 goes from 4th to 3rd.
3rd for Vipers limit. Chris Panda stuck outside the pits because his teammate's just gone in. So even longer for Chris Panda and even more against the clock.
Kez.
Yes.
Let's go on board with Fabi Venom.
Let's do it. Yes.
Let's go on a lap of Zambot. Why not?
What was that?
We didn't get to...
That's damage. It is damage. It's the right wing end plate of Fabi. I was going to say something flew across the track, and it is the right end plate of Fabi.
Let's go, Jay Silver. We didn't do this last week because Kez comes very prepared with his stats, and we didn't actually get you on a lap of Zambo. Here we go then, 180 degree turn 1, very short run down from lights out. Hopefully we'll get a proper lights out this week and we'll know what we're doing. Here we go, and into the turn 3, very tricky. Many different lines you can take. I'll let Kez take it when we go round turn 8, if you're willing to, Kez.
Yes, mate, can do.
To turn 6 at the moment. This is probably the hardest corner on the track, as Jay Silver's showing you. Down to 7, you flick it in, 50 metre board. Are you scared? Do you dare? Into turn 8, Kez.
Oh, I love that, Louis. Into turn 8 for Jay Silver. Pretty much halfway around the track now. There's a 14 turns here at Zambot. I had it as 15, but it turns out it's 14. I got one wrong. So Jay Silver, currently P13 at the moment at 111.8. He passes the McLaren. Is he let him pass? Can Jay Silver get in that top 10? I don't believe he's got a top 10. So I think it goes very wide there for the Mercedes driver, and he slowed down a lot, and that could hinder his progress, I do feel. And he's hit the back now, going around turn 13 and quickly onto that final corner of turn 14. It looks like he's giving up, and he's certainly not going to improve. 8, and as he's qualifying over as he heads into the pits.
Alvy's very carefully selected inters. Jacko is half a second up on his way down to turn 7 here, and doing okay in the Ferrari so far. Will remain on board, not much battery and not much of lap time. That's an invalidation for Jacko. Smith is retired.
Hobbs is out, Limmy.
The pits. Hobbs is
looking to improve and get beat in front of Jay Nero.
Where is he on the track? Here we go. He's a 10th up for sector 1. Where is the sector 1 line? Oh, never mind. No, he's not. That's incorrect. The sector 1 line is just under this bridge. There you go. Oh, 3/4 of a 10th. Oh, how much is that? 7.675. So still needs a quarter of a second. 2.5 tenths. Does Hobbsy to take pole. Jake's in the pits at the moment. So is Vipers, Fabi, Brewer, and Alfie, and Mr. White. Jacko can't improve as we saw. Not much of the top players left, and Hobbsy can only stay second or go first. Not a bad selection, Kez, as he comes around the final corner shot.
Not a bad selection at all, mate. It doesn't look like Frank and Pompey's going to make it, so we're going to be down to 16 times. Hey, down. It's a great number. Hobbsy doesn't validate his lap time, so he's staying second. It looks like Jake has picked up the podium position. I'm just going to do something. I'll be literally 30 seconds.
El Wire passed the checker flag just in time. We can go on board with that. How's Keno doing? First sector time, 2.5 temps down. That's pretty poor. He's on the mediums trying to qualify. Don't think he's going to improve at the moment. Second sector time coming in, half a temp down. Oh dear for Mr. Keno. I don't think he's going to improve. Chris Panda is out again, coming around the final corner, making sure to not go on that curve. Can Chris Panda snatch a pole all the way front row off Jake or Hobbsy? Let's have a look. Comes round the final finish line. There's only one. He goes pole by half a second nearly. 4 attempts does Chris Panda, and Chris Panda's on pole in Zambo, and Hobbsy and Jake are not going to be able to do anything about it. The only person that can do something about his position is El White. He's coming to the stadium section, the only car left out on track. Some reason he's gone purple second sector. I'm not disputing that, but is it true, is it not? I don't know. Here we go then, turn 13, the embankment into 14 off the curb. Oh, he invalidates. Was it a purple second sector? We will never know. But what we do know is El Wyatt is not in the top 10.
I'm battling me, apologies. Hobbsy's into the wall, Limmy. He's into barriers. Is Hobbsy.
I don't know if you saw, Kez, but Chris Panda went pole, and El White had a purple second sector, apparently.
Oh my word, really?
And went track invalidated on the last corner.
So it could have been a special lap for Lewis and he's messed it up.
That's what was, yeah. It could have been. Whether that's what I mean. I didn't know whether
So
to
it
dispute
looks
it or
like
not.
we've got a very tasty top 3 and 4, haven't we? Where was Mike? Did Mike get a lap in, or is he at the back?
Back.
So it looks like Mike's race is over, so even started, which is a shame.
Well, here's the quali grid to set the race.
It's close, isn't it? It's close.
Oh, it's 3.5 temps, and then another 3.5 temps.
No, I mean close between. I mean in that midfield again. It's quite tight, isn't it?
We
No,
got
this
a
is
medium.
midfield.
Oh, that's a good lap from Favi Venom on the mediums. Only 6.5 temps away from Vipers on the mediums. That's pretty good. Fair play, Favi Venom. Of course, anyone below the top 10 gets a free choice. Smithy just got in that top 10, retiring early. Alfie and White there, 8th and 9th. We got Mills in 13th, but Weezy's not put himself at the back this time. Jay Silver's 14th. Had a rough couple of races, Jay Silver, Brazil and Zambot, so hopefully he can get something back this week. It's a new week, but it's not a new track.
It's not a new track either. We've been here literally yesterday. We're back again. No rain tonight, unless the game does us over. Which wouldn't surprise me with the way F1's been this year, but we'll see. I was lagging a little bit on the Jay Silver's lap.
I didn't want to say, I thought it was me.
It's not my connection. I've just watched the stream back. The stream's fine. It must be Mike. My mic did play up a bit last week. If you remember, it's doing it again. So hopefully, we're okay. The stream is fine. I went back and watched the stream fab. So it is my mic. I might have to invest in a new mic.
Can anyone just bob in mine for 2 seconds, just see if it's alright?
Make sure you come back though, please.
Yeah, go back to here. But just tell me if it's alright. Just tell me if A, is it pixelated? That was the main problem. And B, can you hear me?
Limmy, if I am lagging at all throughout this stream, please let me know.
Yeah.
I'll plug my
back in. Basically, Kez, I got that cable I talked to you about.
Yep.
And I'm getting 100 megabyte download and upload, and everything seems nice.
Oh, very, very good. Well, you can only dream, can't you? You can only hope. Anyway,
Exactly.
if I do lag at all,
1.
please let me know.
Oh.
Because it isn't the stream, it's
Yeah.
just, it is my mic, so please let me know.
The formation lap is underway, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time in 7 days, here in Max Verstappen's home. Can anyone in the Red Bull make it their home? Chris Panda may certainly try. I'm sure Kez has gone through the standings already. So
Yep.
conversation goes again to this week in terms of strategy, and we know it's dry. So soft, soft, medium, soft, medium, soft, medium, soft, soft is expected. And of course, Kez, safety car.
Oh, I think we know that's going to happen, don't we? It'd be a miracle if it didn't happen. Franco Bombi's excusing me for not being here. He's doing a Rocket League tournament. I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, no.
Priorities, eh? Priorities. Typical Franco Pompey.
He's not that good at foot. He's not that good at Rocky.
I don't mind, he's doing well this season. Get in the race and get some bloody points. He's lost, we'll see him in Sochi.
PG.
Well, will we see him in Sochi? I'm not too sure. Probably doing another tournament, won't we? Probably doing a Monopoly tournament or a...
Kez can do this on his own.
Anyway.
Well, who's at the back? Mike's at the back. Not what I want to see.
Is that AI Mike or is that Mike?
No, that's definitely Mike.
Right, so he's in for now. We've got him for now.
That's definitely Mike steering that wheel.
Mike got podium last week, so a bit of a
I'd like to see him come through the field.
he got pole, sorry. He got pole, didn't he? Got top quality, didn't he, in Zandvoort last week? So a real mixture for Mike this week. Bit of a difference. Due to his connection, probably, which is a massive shame. But we'll see. Good turnout again, Lemmy. 16 of them. Good turnout again. Very good turnout.
Very good turnout. Now, we know what time it is, Kaz.
Well, we get a proper lights out this time.
It's prediction time.
Oh.
Top 3 and maybe
J Nero win.
A cheeky
J Nero win. Vipers second. Hobbsy third. Chris Panda retirement. Sorry, Chris, I love you.
No!
But I think you're gonna retire.
We can't be having that.
Cheeky prediction. Ryan Mills top 10 points.
Oh.
As long as they don't lag out.
Mike is at the back of the grid. He's put his car on that spot as we get ready to go. 36 laps ahead of the drivers to navigate. Here we go then, let's watch it all unfold. And we've been held for quite a long time. It's lights out and away we go again here in Zandvoort. Chris Panda gets a good start, and there's a couple of glitches on the left hand side. Jelly's ahead, and he's going wheel to wheel with the McLaren of Hobbsy, I'm guessing that is, and Vipers is just tucking in behind the Alpha Tauri now as we head to turns 2 and 3. There's a yellow flag at the back. It's a Ferrari, I believe, as we head to the tricky turn 3. The left-hander, Chris ahead, and then comes J Nero, Vipers Ken, Hobbsy just behind. We've got the Alpha Tauri team at Fabi Venom, Jacko slipping in behind. We head down to turn 6, Kaz. Most people clear.
Yeah, everyone's gone away well. Let me actually say that. And it looks like Lewis White has come off. It is Lewis White. He's gone back to the bottom of the grid. It was only Mike who had a poor start. Whether it's due to his connection or not, I'm not sure. But Chris Panda leads for now, followed closely by Jake.
The standings have now updated, ladies and gentlemen, to your left-hand side, and position changes, I'm hoping Kez has put them on now. The top 2 haven't changed. Vipers and Hobbsy have swapped. The Renault and McLaren driver, Fabi and Jacko, are exactly the same. And Alfie's very close as he goes wheel to wheel with Jacko through Stadium. Jacko stays ahead in 6th place, but Alfie is ahead of Brewer. Smithy's at 1, Keno's up 2 into the top 10. As we round the final corner, a Renault's going slow with Jay Smithy. Might have had some contact with Mr. White as we head on to lap 2 now.
Yeah, on board with Alfie. JJ Brewer behind him is getting close to him, and he's going to get the overtaker on the right hand side of the Mercedes. He might go for Jacko as well, Brewer. He might just fall short. Yellow flag, Limmy. Is it Mercedes? It is a Mercedes going very slow. It's Jay Silver in the pits. Oh, it's Mike in the pits, actually. Not Jay Silver, it's Mike in the pits. And it's a pair of mediums, is it? It's a pair of softs, sorry. Fresh softs, so Mike's a nightmare start for the Ferrari.
Chris Panda is still at the front. The standards have just had a little bit of a bug again, but I'm sure they'll recover very soon. There you go, We're starting to recover now. And there you go, Chris Panda is at the top 2 confirmed, and Jay Nero's right on his case at the moment in his Alpha Tauri. Good fight for top 2. Vipers Ken 1.2 behind at the moment. We head down the field. Brewer's got Jacko for company in front of him. Alfie's trying to tuck in his Mercedes. The top 10 has changed a little bit from the last time we talked at the start of lap 2. Couple of changes are being made. Mike and L. Wyatt, not the best start for them too.
Yeah, just to mention Lewis Wyatt down 5. He's come out the pits as the Alpha. Real battle for the P6 at the moment. Jacko followed very closely by Brewer and by Alpha, but a great start for Chris and Jake.
Chris Panda's gone. Is he out of the race? He's got a missing front wing, and he's going to have to turn that Red Bull around. He can't because all the cars have got to go past.
He's gone for it. He's gone for it. Oh, he's in trouble, Chris. He's just got AEK out.
AEK's gone.
Big trouble, Chris Panda there. That's not
and
good.
Mills has gone as well.
He took
it's
2
a
out.
Safety car.
He took both asses out. Oh dear.
And I didn't quite see what happened when he moved. I only saw before, but what I do know is that is a safety car on lap 3.
Whether he's thought that everyone's gone and AK's come round the corner, I'd have to watch it again. But what a mess for the Haas drivers. Both of them retire. That's a massive shame. Mike's gone as well, Limmy, in the pits. Probably connection issues, but a real shame. And Chris Panda probably is going to be in big trouble there. Big trouble. I did say he'd retire. I'm not far off, but it's a real shame that AEK and Mills have been caught up in that. Again, only I have no doubt it's unintentional from Chris. Whether he thought that everyone had gone, he was very patient, to be fair, at the start, and AEK took me out, so it looks like AEK hit Mike as well, so it could be 3 cars that have been impacted by Chris. Again, we'll watch it back. AEK didn't take anybody out. I just want to clarify that up. AEK did get hit. He didn't take anybody out in purpose there. He got hit himself. So we'll move on. Chris is still in the race. It's a fresh set of mediums. It is a safety car, as Jack has said. And we'll watch that back a little bit later and we'll try and clarify what exactly happened. I didn't see the first incident with Chris. I don't even know why Chris went off. Did you see that, Jack? Why Chris went off?
Traction.
Just traction. So to be fair, he did wait quite a long time, Chris. So whether he thought the danger was gone, I mean, he has got a track map, but whether he thought the danger was gone and he could make it out and AK's come around the corner, I'm not sure. We'll have to battle, but it's a real shame that it's cost 3 drivers their race there. But it is done.
Also,
we'll sort that out later on. We've got 13 cars left and run a safety car.
It's also cost White and Smithy new wings. I don't know if that was for a separate occasion. Smithy was going slow before the safety car came out and before that collision at just after turn 14 or 15, the final one. So I'm guessing that wasn't a direct impact, maybe one of them or both of them going wheel to wheel, but Smithy and White have had to change their wings. So Chris Panda is still in the race. L White has now gone from last to 12th. Jay Silver is still alive, to put it nicely, and he's had a new wing and new mediums. Jay Nero, Favi Venom, Jacko, Brewer, Alfie and Kino have decided to stay out. Very good start for Favi Venom on the medium tyres.
Yeah, both our tires in that top two. I mean, what an opportunity it is for them at the moment. Brewer up to 4th as well. Obviously no fresh tyres for the top 6. The rest of them have changed. A bit of a touch up on that incident. Again, I'll have to watch it back. It happened so quickly that it's very hard to comment on something that happened that quick. So I will watch it back.
Obviously see
I'll try and watch it back now while the safety car is on.
But it won't show you anything else.
I'll try. I didn't get the spin and you got the spin, I got the rest. But I'll go back now while we're on the mic and we'll have a look and see if we can see what happened. So, I didn't see Chris Panda come off. You saw it, didn't you, Limmy? Was it a traction issue then,
I got that live, yeah.
As Chris waits, he waits, then he comes off and AK can't get out of the way. Yeah. I mean, fair play to Smithy. Smithy nearly got killed himself, but moved fantastically. So let's have a look. So Kino comes past, White comes past. I'm not sure why Chris has come forward. Only he'll be able to tell you that. I'm not too sure. But AK gets what happens to Mills? Ah, okay. So Mills goes past. AK gets hit by Chris, spins out and blocks the track. Mills then can't move out of the way and hits him, and I'm assuming Mike hit him as well. Oh my god, you can see the crash. Wow. The Haas of Ryan Mills takes off. Literally. I've been doing commentary for a long time and I've not seen a crash quite like that. That is incredible.
So we will review it as the race goes on. We are going to get to a crunch time in a second, and there is Jay Silver to catch up. I still fully believe the safety car will come in very shortly. It's just got a route round this very tricky turn number 10. This one, I'm still trying to learn the Zambor track, even though we did it last week. It's a brand new track to all of us, and the sooner we can learn, the better. And the 2 Alpha Towers for safety at the front. The safety car is in, but Maylander can route that car in. What a job that is, by the way, getting paid to drive a safety car. So 2 Alpha Towers, got Jacko and Brewer behind. Very feisty set of 4-lapped soft drivers here in Brewer, Alfie and Kino. We got the new tyre drivers, Vipers, Hobbsy, Smithy and White. They've got a good chance if they can stay out of trouble, especially Vipers and Hobbsy. Here we go then. So Jelly's in control, Jay Noah's in control of the safety car restart, and the safety car is not in yet. You can see that on the track map on the right hand side, it's not quite in. It is now, so Jake can go where he wants. So there you go, the power's on and Zambor is restarted for the second time this race. Is Jacko under pressure from Brewer? I don't think so. There's a wheel to wheel and a Renault going left and right in the background there. I think it was Smithy trying to dodge around and maybe go around the outside, doesn't make a move. I think Smithy touched the curb on the 180, slowed himself down. There's a yellow flag at the back, it's Jay Silver. Whether there is contact or not, I'm not sure. He's going to have to twizzle around. Jay Noah's got a fantastic start. 1.7 seconds ahead, and there's a wheel-to-wheel Renault. I think Jay Smithy's dropped to 10th now as White just got in front of a Renault driver. Smithy struggling for traction as he goes through turn 6. You can see the Renault tank slapping. Kez will get you in now.
Yeah, he's an amazing start, that Limmy, on the commentary. An amazing start for Jay. 2.2 now on his teammate Favi, but what a start as well for Jacko and Brewer, who are closing the gap on Favi. Jacko, a bit of pressure on him now from Brewer, who's closing the gap on him. Basically, his gap's getting closed everywhere as Vipers goes on the inside of Kino Perlo and gets the overtake in the medal. He went a bit heavy on the track on the...
whoa,
safety car.
Whoa!
Where?
I'm wowing in terms of there is nothing on the track.
We have another safety car. But I'm not...
This plays... Sorry, by the way, that's never a safety car. This plays into perfect hands for Hobbsy and White and Ken. Because they're going to move up to
penalty
the top.
In the pits, Brewer.
They're going to move up to the top. The people who didn't pit on the first safety car... This is
it's rotating it. It's going to rotate.
They're going to have to go behind.
You're not wrong, Lemmy. It's going to rotate the grid completely.
That's basically just done a feature race and sprint race in F2.
Why was there a safety car? No one's retired.
Oh, no. Why is Jacko not pitted? Oh, no. I'm not too sure on that one. I know the softs can do many laps, but if everyone's got a pit stop ahead... We'll see. I hope it works out well for Jacko, of course, but I'm not too sure. So Fabi stays out. Good decision. Mediums can go very long on Zambot. Vipers, Ken and Hobbsy has really good start. And White as well. Vipers and Hobbsy, and that move by Vipers into stadium on Kino was mega.
It was great. Yeah, it was a great move. It was a risky move. But it didn't pay out. So please change so far. You're right, Lemmy. So Fabi and Jacko up 4 weeks. Jacko obviously not pitted yet. Vipers up as well. And you're right when we're saying the grid is like sort of reversed, hasn't it? It's like an F2 race.
So it was red then green. Now it's green.
7 laps in, we've not really had much racing. We've now got 2 safety cars.
Oh, yeah. As you noticed, everyone's stopped apart from the top 2. Which is, I think if Fabi, this is perfect because what's going to happen here is Jacko's tyres are still good, but I think the soft tyres reach a point where they just
Jacko's in the pits.
Stop.
He's going now.
Who's that? Yeah.
Jacko in the pits now.
Yeah, he should have got. Oh, now did he pass the pit lane? The last lap before the safety car came out. It's hard for Jacko going to the end.
Not the whole for hard,
well, good decision.
Yeah, Keenan won that. Me and Hobbsy and Whitey are as well. We've got a mix, Lemmy. Softs, mediums and hards now.
I don't know about you, Kaz.
Yeah.
I like this grid.
I do.
I'm excited about it. Because the soft and the mediums, Kaz, there's no dispute. They're going to have to pit again. But the hards...
We've got Jay Nero, Brewer and Alfie on fresh softs. You've got Lewis and Jay Silver on fresh mediums. And you've got Kino and Jacko on fresh hards. I mean, Fabi on old mediums, Lemmy. Would you have pitted now and gone for the hards, maybe? Am I wrong in saying that? You know more than me. But, I'm just thinking, because he's going to pit soon anyway.
It's tough.
The likely is we're going to get another safety car at some point. I don't want to predict anything, but the likely is it's going to happen. I mean, I have absolutely no idea why that was a safety car, to be honest. I don't get that at all. But that's not in our control.
Before the race, that we were told, because Jake's obviously our friend, but he really wants to win this race.
He needs to win
this race now. He's going to have to get in front of these lot, especially the hard people, and pit again because he's done 2 sets of softs. So he's got to change to a medium.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have
the safety guy's in this laps, Lemmy. It's already very quickly. I have spoke to Chris Panda very briefly, and he had an issue with his control when he does know he's going to get a penalty. He knows he's going to get a big penalty, so we can stop talking about it now. Obviously, he's going to get a penalty. Alfie's got a penalty for a collision with Brewer. We'll look at. I don't know what that was for, but we'll look at that later. We'll let Lemmy take the restart with Favi.
So the other Alpha Tower is now in charge of the safety car restart.
Both Alpha Towers.
Jay Nero left it quite late because the safety car comes in. Like the pit lane's quite far down. Fabi Venom's already in jail, but he's going to hurt him. He's going to hurt him. He's going to hurt him because he's got the safety car. He's got to go in the pits. It hasn't hurt him somehow, but it might have hurt some people behind. Is Hobbsy in trouble into turn 1? No, but Smithy, he's not in trouble as he goes on the inside of White into the hairpin. Can Smithy get ahead of White on the safety car restart? I think he just has. The Renault is in front of the Williams, and Jay Nero can't get in front of Chris Panda at the moment. And Wyatt in the Alfa Romeo has spun at turn 2, hitting to the wall, and Smithy is having a bit of a scrap with White as well. We head out of turn 3 again. Who's coming on the left-hand side? It's Chris Panda, who's got past White as well. So White's lost 2 places on the safety car restart. Chris goes into the mud. So does Smithy. Smithy's driving everywhere.
Oh, White!
Mr. White is everywhere on the mud.
Oh, Brewer's well. Brewer's gone, Limit. Oh.
It's absolute madness and chaos as drivers struggle to get through the mud. Keno's now passed. Jacko's now passed as well.
Jane on the inside of Chris Panda. He's got him. Oh, has he? Chris Panda defends well, and Smithy's in there as well. It's a three-way battle coming into the next turn as Chris Panda gets them both and goes into P4. He's clipped a bit by Smithy, and Jano gets him on. We've got another safety car. What? Oh, Chris Panda's gone. He's gone. Oh my God! What is another safety car?
No, right. Listen. I don't want to alarm you.
What is going on?
I've seen this before. The safety car came out at the same point the leader reached the last time the previous safety car.
But there was incidents all that time.
But there wasn't that much damage. Now what I'm thinking is there can only be 4 safety cars.
Yeah, we can't restart this race. That's out of the question. We can't restart the race.
There can only be 4 safety cars in
People don't run out of tyres.
Race. Now
This
what
is
I'm
getting
thinking
silly.
now is there's going to be another safety car after the next restart, and then that will be it. But this is causing mayhem. I mean, I know some of the drivers are watching the stream.
Let's clarify, this is way out of our control. We can't do anything about this.
I know some drivers are watching the stream. I know some aren't. Some are not being able to listen to the advice that we're giving. There may be another safety car after this restart. I hope there isn't. There is time for one more. The game will give you 4 if required. It's obviously a glitch. I'm hoping it's not an unlimited VSC either, because if it is, then we're in trouble. But let's hope. Let's just stay confident.
Why is it Zamva always throws up a bit of trouble for us? I mean, there was incidents, wasn't there? There was a few incidents. Chris Panda got spun again. And there's some. What's Chris Panda's car made of them? Because that's twice he's hit the wall and not retired from the race.
Just look at Viper's Ken. I like that. So I just seen him warm up his tyres, and just watch how he does it. He's definitely using a wheel. There's no doubt about that. I mean, look. Oh my God! I just seen it. Seen it on my stream. There's like damage under the track.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It's a wing, isn't there?
Yeah.
I caught that on my stream as well. I thought it was Viper's wing. It looks like a Renault wing. He's stuck under the track. And you may be right in what you've said. So every time someone goes over it, the game's thinking there's been an incident.
No, it's Smithy's.
Wait, Smithy's now second. Oh, Hobbs is pitted.
Right
Wait,
how is it's Smithy's right end plate?
But how is Smithy now second? I just dreamt that. He wasn't second a minute ago. Was he second? Have I just dreamt that? I'm pretty sure Smithy wasn't second.
I think there might be a safety car glitch between Smithy and Hobbs. I hope not.
You are right in what you say. There's definitely a Renault piece of car under the track. Smithy's now got a penalty. I don't know what Smithy's doing here.
I mean, sorry about being unprofessional.
No, we can't help it. We'll try and keep that on again. If you look to the right hand side of your screen, you'll see the track map. And Ryan Favi says, look at the chat. There's a tyre on the right side on start finish. So there's a tyre that's not been been moved.
Right.
Is that what's causing the safety? I mean, why do we always get this? A soft tyre on the right side as we go back round, Favi said, apparently. There's a soft tyre that's not been moved. Again, I don't know. I don't know. Is it around about now? It's soon, isn't it?
It's after the stadium.
This penalty's for fun. Brewer's left. I mean, this.
I'll try and invite him again. What's his name?
XAJB_13. XAJB_13. The safety car's coming in. I'll try my best to help you out while Jack invites Brewer. I'm going to get on board with Vipers now. If you look on the stream now, you may see it. It's going around this corner now. There is something on the track. This is typical of our luck, isn't it? On the straight now, around about here. There was last lap. It may have gone. We may be in luck. It may have gone. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're okay. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Anyway, do you want to take the safety car? It's now Vipers Ken's turn to be in control. And he's gone already. Again, it's not going to benefit him, is it? Because the safety car's still out for now. Oh, he may benefit him. It's a superb getaway from Vipers Ken. That is textbook. Hobbs second for now. Smithy behind again in third. And the gap between them is huge. Keno. Chris Panda been disqualified. What is going on? Anyway, we'll try our best to... this is just crazy. But Chris Panda has been, according to... what's happened now? Sorry about, like Lily said, about unprofessionalism, but we can't... I mean, what can you do here? Chris Panda's still rated on my screen. Oh, no, he's gone! He has gone! He's out. I mean... right, we'll carry on. Chris Panda has been disqualified from the session anyway. Vipers Ken leads, 1.1 seconds to Hobbsy, 1 second between him and Smithy. Whitey not too far down, on board with Jane Arrows, with his teammate Favi, and also with the Mercedes J Silver. Jane Arrow goes in the inside of his teammate Favi, and there's contact between the two Alpha Tauri drivers, but at the end, they both get away okay for now. Favi leads. What's happened again? There's another yellow flag. This is just chaos, Limmy. Absolute chaos.
Two Alpha Towers.
No, it's happened again.
It's a safety car again. Oh no, someone has gone. Whoa. Smithy.
Okay, so so it is a legit safety car this time.
Definitely a safety car, and Smithy and White, and now Jay Nero had to slow down a lot to get past. This is turned into a
bit of a mess.
A heavy mess, and White. We've both got a penalty for that, I believe, and. Now Vipers takes a pit stop onto new mediums. Very good decision at the moment. That is the fourth and final safety car. I'm pretty sure we can only have 4. I have heard you can have 5, but I don't think so. Alfie and White into the pits.
So that was a legit safety car, wasn't it?
Oh, 100%. But again, it was at the same part.
Did it come out before the incident though, Jack? That's what I'm trying to think. It may have done.
I don't know. I didn't notice. To be fair, I caught on the incident because I was watching the Alpha Towers. The incident happened after the Alpha Towers passed, so I couldn't see it.
I'm hoping now we've got through all the mess. Chris has retired.
I still have a feeling there'll be a VSC left because I think you're allowed one more.
Brewer says, I left because I went in the back of Jay Silver. Was a lack of concentration by me. LOL. Fair play. Chris Panner says, in my defence, game reversed me automatically. I said I had a pen or something. Look, things happen. It's done now. You've retired, mate. Don't worry about it too much. We'll move on to next week. Let's just try and somehow get a bit of stability in this race because Hobbsy is going to be the 4th driver in 13 laps.
Did you
to redo the safety car? What, Limmy? Sorry.
Did you start bang on 10:30?
About 25 to yes, about 25 to 11.
35, 53, 56.
We've got a long way to go here, haven't we? See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Brewer, mate. I'm lucky.
We've taken. I mean, we should be on lap 20, 22 by now. I mean, this has been a very elongated race. We're probably talking 55 minutes of Zambor, which is unheard of, even in flipping heavy rain.
Listen, this is way out of anyone's control. We can't do anything about this. This is the game. I mean, it's stressful. Chris Panda says.
Put yourself.
Yes.
Just for a minute. Put yourself in Hobbs' shoes. This really hasn't affected him, like the people at the front, because it seems that they're not actually losing any places, are they? Like, it's not
there's
actually
so many pens, I tell you that.
hurting them. I mean, Jake's now got. Are they new softs? I don't think they are, but maybe they are. So I
mean, this is the big issue now, Limmy. We've had. I mean, let's go to stops very quickly.
How many stops?
I mean, you've had some drivers here that have done 3 stops already.
I mean, this race shouldn't even be a free stopper.
So tyres are going to play a massive part in it again, and it's out of the driver's control. I mean, look, you could argue that 2 of the safety cars should have happened. There was collisions, but 2 shouldn't. How many have we had? I'm getting confused myself. Is this 4 now?
4. This is 4.
We've done 14 laps, hardly any racing. And Hobbsy's now the 4th driver.
4 laps of racing.
Hobbsy's now the 4th driver to have picked to start us off. Jay Nero has, Favi has, Vipers has,
and Kem.
And now Hobbsy. There's still penalties coming in. Whitey have a collision with Smithy. I have a very feeling here, inkling should I say, that we're going to get a lot of submissions tonight, Jack. Could be a busy one.
Yeah, I feel. I don't know if it's unprofessional driving. I don't know if it's the mid-pack getting so like tight together when we don't need that.
It doesn't help when there's so many safety cars, does it? It doesn't help. It's coming in again. Let's see how Hobbsy gets on.
It doesn't help at all. I mean, I'm trying to get my head around this. I mean, we've been going for 25 minutes. We've done 14 laps and 5 laps of racing. So we've got hopefully some good racing to come.
It's a
Obviously,
slow start from Monty
full
this time.
well from what happened last season, or the first season, but going too early is not good. Here we go then. Here the McLaren driver is off and away for the 5th restart in Zandvoort. Kino is under pressure, big pressure by the Ferrari of Jacko into turn 1. Is Jacko going to get into second place? Backs off a little bit, still sticking that nose in. The Ferrari nose is it ahead of Kino. They're going wheel to wheel towards turn 2. The 100-meter board is the turning point, and Kino's just ahead. Jay Silver's trying to go on the inside of Jacko. Now is Jacko going to lose 2 places? Oh yes he is. Good move by Jay Silver. Jacko is coming back and makes a good move. He's got momentum though.
Oh, Jay Neo's come off! Jay Neo's come off, Limmy. He's regained it, I think. But he's off the track and he's down to 11th with damage. No damage, actually. No damage. He's somehow, it's brilliant rescue.
Vipers.
But he's down to 12th.
What a move. Vipers on Favi into turn 8, I think it is. What a move on the inside.
Where's
and
Jay
Vipers
Silver
is coming
going?
on Jay Silver on the inside as the Mercedes driver goes very
No safety
wide.
car, please.
Vipers,
Please.
two positions in 2 corners. Very nice. Into staging we go for the 5th time. Hopefully without a safety car. Looking good so far. Hopefully
Oh,
it's making...
no.
Oh, it's a safe. It's the last one. Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
Oh my god.
Oh dearie me, ladies and gentlemen.
I've never seen this before.
This is.
Do you want to do me a massive favour and put something in the chat to let everyone know who's racing? That'd be great.
This is not good.
I don't want people backing out. I mean, this
Yeah.
is just ridiculous, to be honest. How can they bring a game out? And even they brought an update out last week. I wouldn't mind. They brought an update file out, and there's still so many issues on this game. It is ridiculous.
What I'm going to say, Kaz, if you agree, if this happens for the 6th time, that's not actually allowed. They don't program 6 safety cars. We'll just call it that. We have to. We'll just.
And what? Do the 20 laps again another time, or what?
No, I don't know. We have to end.
We'll think of something. We'll think of something. But yeah, you're right. 'Cause we'll literally be here till 3-4 a.m. This is silly, to be honest. It is silly. I don't even know what to say, to be honest. I mean, they should not be bringing an F1 game out that has this many issues, in my opinion. And people may disagree with that, but you pay £50-60 for a game that's been out for a few months now, and there's still this many issues. It's wrong. I mean, I've never seen it before, but...
So, if you do me a favour, Kaz, if you press options on your controller,
yeah.
if you take a picture on your phone of that report code in the bottom left.
I've got it on the stream, mate, so it'll be there on the stream.
It changes per lap, I'm pretty sure.
I'll read it out now. VMSV.
Just take a picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's different for me and you.
Oh, is it different to us all? I thought it'd be the same one for everybody.
No.
Okay, I'll take a picture.
So the safety car is not in. So I believe, from my theorists, that there is 5 safety cars allowed for 50% and 6 allowed for 100% and 2 allowed for 25%. That is correct, I just checked. So this is the 5th safety car. If there is another safety car after this, that is not allowed. It is not programmed to do that. If there is ever 5 safety cars in a 50% race, no VSCs or safety cars will be deployed again. So if it is going to be deployed at the same place as it has done every single time we go past stadium section, we will have to red flag the race. And this has been a weird race. All we can hope for is a bit of professionalism, which we haven't had, is that the safety car, this is the final one now. We haven't had any VSCs. This is the 5th one, the 5th and final one. We've got to hope this is it, and when it comes in on lap 17, we get at least half a Grand Prix of racing, because if it does work, there won't be any safety cars later on. That's what we hope. And this is a big moment here, Kez, because when we get the safety car restart going and we get back to turn 11 and 12, if we have another safety car, we've got a very tricky, well, you have a very tricky night on your hands.
Yeah, well covered there. I mean, you've pretty much hit it on the head. I mean, the only downside to that and the flip side to it is we're going to have half of the race to go, more than half of the race to go, in fact. And there could be a very serious incident in a few laps' time. There'll be no safety car. Again, that's out of our control. It's out of the driver's control. It's out of our control. It's the game issue. It's crap. It is rubbish. Let's face it, but we can't do anything about it. Like Lily said, if there's another safety car, we can't sit here all night. We can't sit all night because we'll literally be here for hours.
It was what happened when that Renault wing.
Yeah, they catch it on the stream. Did catch it.
I think what the game thinks is that there's an unlimited
There's
car
penalties
there.
everywhere. There's penalties everywhere that are coming in still now. White's been disqualified. This is just getting ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, let's have a go then. I'll take it, Kez, onto all the way to stadium, and then we'll see what happens. I'll let you sit back and relax and hope. And we'll see what happens in about 60 seconds time when we get the safety car to stadium. I'm not going to hype up the commentary. I'm just going to see what happens, and we'll see what happens when we get to stadium. So for the 6th restart in Zandvoort, we're underway. Kino is under pressure from Jacko, and Jacko's again. He's going to try the inside of a hairpin, and Hobbs has got away very, very well. Jay Smith has got a 5-second pair for speed in the pit lane. Good room left by Kino as Vipers comes on the inside too, and he's behind Jacko and Ferrari. Kino's down to 4th. Jay Silver and El White, there's a yellow flag for no reason in the same place again. It's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen, as we head out of turn 3. Only 9 cars left, and one of them is Fabi Venom, the one who led a safety car, the second safety car restart. Jacko and Vipers Ken going wheel to wheel down to turn 6. That doesn't end well, and Vipers Ken sticks it in. So does a Ferrari, and Vipers Ken stays ahead. We're getting to this most important stadium section very shortly, and this will tell us if the race is going to continue or not. And Hobbs is leading the charge. Vipers Ken behind Jacko, Kino, J Silver, El Wyatt, J Nero having a look on the inside of El Wyatt. Is he going to make the move? Yes, he is. On board with Hobbsy now as we head to the stadium section. It's a make or break for this week, and let's see. Let's hope it goes well. He comes round turn 12, and let's see if we can get through to the embankment without a safety car. It's looking okay now. And let's have a look. Through turn 13, Hobbsy goes to lead on to 19. I did say there can only be 5 safety cars. It looks that way. And we're going to crack on with the Zandvoort Grand Prix. Thank the Lord. I'm so sorry. So White, if he was disqualified for too many penalties, that wasn't his fault. But we crack on, I believe, on lap 19.
Alf, it's a very quick one. I mean, what a great overtake by Jay Nero on J Silver. But quickly, Alfie and Whitey have both been disqualified, I believe, for drive-through penalties that they physically couldn't do, which is ridiculous. So we'll work something out. If you're both listening, we'll work something out and we'll award you some sort of points or something, because you should not be getting disqualified for a drive-through pen when you couldn't physically do it because of the safety cars. So we'll sort that out. We'll cross that bridge after the race. Just wanted to clear that up. Back to the racing.
So no safety cars or VSCs allowed for the final bit of the race. So that's the only good news we get. As Jake goes down the inside of Kino, Alpha Tauri's sister versus Red Bull pushes Kino a little bit wide, but he's okay, and J Nero is ahead into 4th place. He's got Jacko for company here, and he's on a charge. J Nero on the fresh set of mediums. So this is 10 laps of hards from Jacko. Medium can probably get into the end, so he's looking good to win this race. Stays behind the Ferrari. Let's take it over while I get a drink.
Yeah, we'll take it over as Key Nero closes in on Jacko. We'll get 9 left, including breweries and AI, so 8 drivers left at the points. J Nero on the inside of the Ferrari, Jacko, but Jacko's got some good pace there, to be fair, on the hards, and does keep ahead for now. Jake may go for it, or going to turn 1 and does go for it, they touch, and Jake gets a superb overtake on the Ferrari of Jacko. Jacko won't give it up, he does for now, and Jake's up to 3rd. Some great racing for the AlphaTauri. He wants points, and he's fighting for a podium.
Jay Silver in the pits for a new front wing change in that Mercedes car. Hobbsy, 15 lap hards, he's going to have to probably pit again. Vipers Ken, 2nd place, 1.6 behind. Jake, 3.8 behind. In 3rd place, just got past the Ferrari, as you saw. The commentary from Kez there. Kino's just behind Jacko, 2.8 seconds. White in 6th place. And Brewer and Fabi, 7th and 8th, more than 18 seconds behind. The pack, Jay Silver's in 9th. And hopefully we can get something for Alfie and White later on. But that's done after a race by the stewards themselves. That's 20 of 36, and we got 16 more laps of racing to come. I think Fabi and Brewer having a little bit of a moment. Fabi gets past in the AlphaTauri. He's gone from leading a safety car restart to 7th place.
Well, let's come up for air. Let's actually enjoy some racing. I mean, I do apologise again. I mean, we couldn't do anything about it, but a pretty chaotic 20 laps. Let's just crack on and we'll deal with whatever comes at us afterwards. It's a pretty open gaps now. The closest gap at the moment is Kino Jacko, and that's still a fairly big 0.5 seconds. The gaps are opening up. Hobbsy and Viper's got a good lead to Jake in 3rd, and we'll see what pans out in the next 15 laps, which seems crazy. It seems like I've been here forever, and there's still 15 laps to go.
I don't know if you want to read your Discord for a second. There's a lot of talk and controversy over what has happened, and I completely understand. I can't make any decisions. And everything you say, guys, yeah, I agree. It's so difficult in a situation like this to even, well, A, explain, and B, resolve. But it's something, it's a discussion to be had, definitely. I'm sure you're reading that now, and you can respond in a way that you'd like. As Jacko on the embankment, and Kino goes on the inside. Nice move, but Jacko's coming back. How does he get the exit? Mr. Jacko and the Ferrari down to turn 1. Jacko and Kino wheel to wheel. I think Jacko just stays ahead from that good exit speed from turn 14 from the embankment. It's a really, really good move. A good little battle in the middle too. Al Wyatt, Fabi Venom, Brewer, Jay Silver are just behind. Brewer's in AI, so Jay Silver's trying to get past, but he can't quite get past the racing point. He's going to do it now. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. It's an AlphaTauri of Al Wyatt, but luckily for him, the next car 14 seconds behind.
Yeah, I'm just quickly reading through the chat. I mean, it's impossible to read through everything at this stage. It looks like Chris, Whitey and Alfie have all been affected by the safety car, and they've been given DNFs for not doing a drive-through pen, but they couldn't physically do a drive-through pen. They weren't told about a drive-through pen. And when there's 5 safety cars in practically 5 laps, it's impossible to do a drive-through pen. So I'll need to get my head around it. I mean, to be honest, it's more stress than what it's worth at times like this. You know, you want to do a commentary, you want to do some good racing, and it's affected everybody, but what can you do? I mean, I don't even know. I'll do my absolute best. Give me some time. Let's see how the race ends. Good luck to the 9 that are still here, the 8 that are still here, if you don't include Brewer, because he's an AI driver. And we'll rack our brains and we'll come up with something. Because there's people who've retired who don't deserve to have retired, that are still well in this race for points. And to not award them nothing is, well, it's impossible really. I can't do it. So we'll rack our brains and we'll come up with something. But let's just try and enjoy the last 13 laps. The only thing we can blame is the game itself. It's nobody's fault. It's the game itself, and it makes it a real pain in the backside for me as a league owner, because I'm in a position where I don't really know what to do, and like I said, it genuinely sometimes becomes more stress than what it is worth. It's a bit to be a fun league, and it's just a pain, to be honest. But I'll do my best. I mean, people are saying red flag the race. I can't. We're 23 laps into a race now, and there's still people on for points. Again, it's a position that I'm in where I can never please everybody. If I red flag the race now, Hobbsy, Vipers and Jake, who are top 3, would not be very happy. It's not fair. It's not their fault. So, the answer I don't know. I have to think of something. But the people who've retired due to well, I can't even think what I'm saying. People that have retired due to not doing the drive-through pens will get awarded some sort of points. I don't know what, but they'll get something, because it doesn't seem fair that they get nothing when it's out of their control. Sorry, Liam, if I've been talking for ages. I'm trying to clear up what an absolute mess.
I understand the complications, the predicaments that you're going to be in now. I think.
All I can say is if you can bear with me tonight and absolutely spam me with stuff, I would appreciate it, because I'll do my absolute best.
The problem is
to sort it out.
The stuff that's happened is out of control. There's not really much you can do.
This race has been a pain, hasn't it? The both races were in Zandvoort have just been a pain.
But the top 3 here look like we do have a bit of a race going on, because I think the 3 cars involved
we're all quite close.
Going to the end without a pit stop, and Kino's coming back at Jacko. This is a great battle for P4 as well. We've actually got some good racing at the end here, but it's been downput by the. I think what this race, what it's going to do is, and it happens a lot in real life sometimes, the negatives will outweigh the positives, and everyone's going to be focused on the negatives rather than the positives. Because it has been up until the first safety car was a safety car. There's no question. It was the second and third which weren't. The fourth was, and then the fifth wasn't.
It
Which
just sounds
is
crazy,
weird.
doesn't it? It just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
I've never commentated a race with 5 safety cars. I've had 5 safety cars in VSCs, like combined. As Vipers has a bit of an error there, spins out the stadium a little bit. It might have just been influxed by AJ Brewitt in the racing point because he's a bot. Good points for Cease again, like last week.
Oh, Joe Viper's in the pits with me.
So he's going to go soft to the end. Maybe he feels he can catch. I'm sure Jay Nero will catch Hobbsy. There's no question. 8 lap mediums, 21 lap hards, 1.9 seconds, 11 laps to do it in. I'm in no doubt.
It's like Mike's asking for the race to be cancelled, but at the end of the day, people have put time into it, and we've sat here for an hour plus doing commentary, and it'd be for nothing.
Well, you know, look at Michael Massey. You know who he is. The FIA race director, and he has to make these decisions every time. You know, every red flag, every safety car, he has to make that decision, and his decisions are not gonna help people. They're gonna help people, but he's got no choice sometimes. And you know, whatever decision you make, look at VFL tonight, for example. It's a prime example. The servers were down. Hazard was nowhere near meant to know whether we were coming on or not, and he had to wait till the last minute, and people were getting angry. You know, and it happened before where he said the games are cancelled, half an hour later the servers come back on. You're never going to make anyone happy with a decision. I don't want to blab on commentary about decision making and stuff like that. Yeah, I've run a league myself.
I mean, I'm coming to sit here and commentate now. I feel like there's that much, you know, negativity to the race. How do you even commentate on what's happening now? And it's unfair, like I said, there's a top 3 here, and a top 4 even that are battling really well. But how do you even commentate on him? Because it's been such a messed up race. You know, people could argue that without these safety cars they'd be in a better position. They could, and I can't disagree. There's people that have been kicked out that shouldn't have been kicked out. But what can I do as a league owner? Because it isn't my fault. It's not their fault. And this is the predicament they're in. You know, do you cancel the race? But then at the same time, you cancel the race, and someone like Hobbsy, who's probably going to, well, Hobbsy or Jake who are going to win. It's contact, by the way. Esquino hits the wall and gets damage. I think he got hit by Vipers and gets damage. Is it the left end plate? It is left. Oh, it's not. He didn't get damage. I mean, it looked like he got damage on my screen. But the way F1's going tonight, you know, I mean, who knows? No, listen, look, it's very easy to say we'll cancel the race. But Hobbsy, Jake and Vipers, who are on for a top 3, and maybe even Jacko as well, would argue back that, you know what, we've got points tonight. So it's not fair to cancel the race. People have got points again.
The only thing that could have been done was obviously cancelling the race after the 5th safety car. But like I said,
you'd always get people who are happy with that, though.
But like I said, at that point, I knew that the chances were the game can't code more than 5 safety cars, because what I would have said is, if let's say this was a 100% race, they would have coded in a 6th safety car after that, and then there wouldn't have been any more. So I did say on the commentary, I knew that there were probably going to be 5, and then it'd stop, and I was right. But how can you guarantee that? How can you guarantee that that's going to happen?
What I'm trying to think of here, and people may disagree and agree, I don't know, but the fairest sort of outcome I can think of here is that we do this race, the results stand, whoever gets first gets the points, etc, 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 and that everyone who's turned up tonight gets something, some sort of points as well, because it does seem that it's affected everybody in one way or another. Again, people may disagree with that, Jack may disagree himself, but I'm just trying my best here to try and give everybody something. It's like Alfie, Whitey and Chris, I know Chris had his incident, etc, again, you'd have to have a look into it, but they've been disqualified from a session that they shouldn't have been disqualified from. It isn't fair. So does everyone deserve some sort of points? I'm not too sure, we'll have to have a look, but the problem I've got now is that there's a race again in less than 24 hours time. I've got to get it all up to date and ready before tomorrow night. In very, very little time. It's going to be tough, to be honest, and it's not like I've got free time tomorrow either. I'm busy quite a lot tomorrow myself. We're touching midnight.
Yeah, you have got a busy Saturday.
It may be a case of cancelling Russell till next week. I don't want to do that, but we may have to think of something to get sorted. Again, just throwing things out there. I'm not saying this is a certain.
I mean, I
but
would say like I'd try and run it for you for Russia, but UFC Khabib versus Gaethje. So.
Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a football coach throughout the day tomorrow, so I've not got time to be doing results and looking at incidents, and I like to get them done now. But this Zandvoort has just done me over, basically, and it's done me over twice in a week.
Don't get me wrong, it's still a great show.
I want people to look forward to tomorrow's race in Russia, but I know that this will affect them as well. It's just, these things just annoy you, don't they? Look, I'll do my absolute best. I'll speak to Jack, who's very, very good at making decisions, and he knows his F1. I'll speak to the others. I'll speak to all of you, because at the end of the day, it's your league as well, and we'll try and come up with something, but please don't pepper me, or don't have a go at me. It's nothing to do with me. The game has basically thought, you know what, we'll just shaft you. Anyway, let's try and, for the last 6 laps, let's try and at least commentate on a bit of racing. Jake is now just 0.4 behind Obsy.
Can I grab a drink?
Of course you can, you go for a drink. I'm guessing it's something stronger than a water. I need something stronger than a water. Anyone got any Bacardi or something?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go after this and get an absolute crate, I think, and just down my sorrows. But look, there's 5 laps to go, 6 laps to go. I'll do my absolute best. But please, whatever you do, do not let this sort of overshadow the league. Don't put yourself down. Please, please, please come back tomorrow for Russia. If it's on, we'll discuss that again later. This isn't anybody's fault. The game, to be honest, it's been a bit of a write-off this year, hasn't it? I think everyone will agree. There's been that many issues on F1 this year, it's quite embarrassing. Anyway, there's 6 laps to go. Jake is now, I mean, there's that many pens as well. I don't even know where pens are up to, but let's just try and clear our minds. and let's just see what happens. Obviously, for now, leads. He won here last week. Is he on course to win in Zandvoort again? Jake may have something to say about that. He's 0.5 behind, sorry. I'm running out of breath myself. In much fresher tyres. Obviously, 26 laps on the hards now. Feels like an absolute year ago since them hards were put on from Obviously. It feels, honest with you, it feels like about a month ago since Obviously put them hards on, but it is this race, believe it or not. This is the longest 31 laps of my life, by the way. I'm sure Jack would agree. Jake, 0.6 behind, 13 lap mediums compared to Obviously's 26 lap old softs. Vipers at 18 seconds behind now on the softs. Looking like a 2-horse race now for the top 2, depending on penalties. Favi 4th, a good race so far for the Alpha Tauris. Jacko 5th, Keno 6th, Louis 7th, Jay Silver bringing up some points. 8th at the moment. Brewer is an AI driver, so won't get anything at the moment. If you include Brewer, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 drivers that are getting absolutely nothing at the moment, depending on, obviously, reviews, etc, etc. I don't even know what to say, to be honest. I mean, I normally, me and Jack are very, very fluent on commentary. We get a lot of positive feedback, but even we're stuck tonight. So now this stage of race, now we should be excited now. Jake's right behind Obviously, we should be excited, but he just feels wrong. You know, it's been a poor night overall. Looking forward to that. We had VFL and we had this, and they've both gone a bit sort of I don't want to swear in commentary, a bit sort of well, badly. Jake may go on the inside of Obviously here, and does. There is contact. Great racing for the two of them, and Obviously gets lead for now. Sorry if I'm sounding really unenthusiastic. It's just so hard to motivate yourself now at this stage of the race with what's happened. But anyway, we'll try our best. Jack's gone for a drink. It looks like Obviously and Jake are going to be the ones battling now. 18 seconds, like I said, separate Vipers, who just got a penalty a minute ago as well. One of these two will win the Zandvoort Grand Prix Part 2. We've got a yellow flag, and is it Jay Silver? It is Jay Silver. He's still alive just. But he's in a mess. I mean, what I'm going to do is for the next few minutes, I'm going to watch the race myself, try and get me around what's happened, and if anything happens, I'll commentate over it. I know it's not ideal. I mean, now Obviously and Jake's stuck behind Brewer. There's just chaos everywhere, isn't there? I'm going to watch it myself, and then if anything interesting happens, we'll talk about it. But if Jake and Obviously go wheel to wheel again, there's going to be contact. There is contact. Jake gets it for now. Bit of elbows out there from the Alpha Tauri driver. Obviously, his car sounds awful, doesn't it? How bad does that McLaren sound? If you can hear that, I'm sure you can hear that on the stream. That sounds awful. And Jacko and Keno are a bit further back as well. They've had a great battle, these two, to be fair. Both on old hards, and they've battled superbly. The Ferrari, Jacko, and the Red Bull of Keno. Jackie's back. What have you drinking? Yeah, Jack, some alcoholic?
Orange juice with a lot of drugs in it. No, I needed it because we've been talking for a very long time. We've been talking for about what? Well, you've been doing 70 minutes without a drink. Well, I don't know what drink you've got, but I've just done an hour without a drink, so I needed one. But I am back. 34 of 36 of what has been a crazy, definitely not enthralling, but kind of enthralling, Zandvoort Netherlands Grand Prix that I never want to ever see again around this amazing track. This track should be being shown in its exciting form, and it hasn't been. I didn't see Jake's overtake on Hobbsy. I'm guessing it was kind of textbook in terms of the tyre deg. Well, how Viper's Ken 15 sets? I don't think so. And God knows what the penalties are going to bring in as well. Probably knowing our luck. Well, your luck. Oh, Farry's off. He might retire. Oh, just saved it. Very. Jeez. Final standings will probably be wrong as well. Never mind. Where's Keno? Just behind Jacko for the fight for 10 points for the P5. And Jake said he was going to win the Grand Prix. And so far, who's got fastest lap? Oh, Ken has, to be fair, yeah. 25 points going Jake's way. Is there some blisters forming on that front there? Ooh, maybe. And those tyres hit 55%. Who's getting out of the way there? Jay Silver. Thank you, sir. Thank you for getting out of the way and following the nice blue flag rules as safe as you can.
What a mess. I don't even want to talk about this race again, but I've got to. These are the sort of races where you wish you wasn't the league owner. You wish you could just go off as a racer and go to bed. But
so I just got a text. Well, I didn't just get a text, but it was actually 32 minutes ago, which I didn't see. And Mike put fuming. Press pause on the pitch straight for a drink, and my car retired. Oh, that's interesting.
Whether that had something to do with Mike's connection, I'm not sure, because it was awful, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah.
God knows. I mean, do you know what? It's just been a mess, hasn't it?
Jacko, one with mud, or in the mud, manages to stay
It's the last
out
lap, thank God. Thank God for that.
Yes. And we'll go on board with the Alpha Tauri. Actually, no, we won't. We'll go on board with Keno because it's a nice cheeky fight for a P5. That's something. 10 points versus 8. Let's see if Keno can have a go. And they're both on really, really old hearts. 26 laps.
They've raced well, to be fair, the two of them. Raced really well. Look at the state of their mods.
52 laps out of 71 on 100% those hards have done. So they are borderline dead. Is Jacko going to concede? I don't think so. I think he'll support it. So we'll go to Jake. Mr. J Nero, who's driven a blistered race. Looking at those front left tyres, you can see the line down the middle. Those tyres are pretty old, but he's managed to stay on.
Pull away from Hobbs, to be fair to him.
Managed to get through 5. Well, a lights out and 5 safety car restarts, but he only led 1 off in the Alpha Tauri, and it looks like he's going to come round the final embankment. I know I should be more excited, but I can't be after tonight. And Mr. J Nero crosses the line and wins the second Netherlands Grand Prix in 7 days. And a good win for Jake. I know he wanted to win, so congratulations. Fair play to you. I wish I could be more excited. Jacko's going to come back on the inside of Keno here. We got a nice fight for P5, and these two have put on a very good show despite what has happened.
Oh, Keno's gone. What a shame.
On the curb. And Wyatt is going to go past him as well. Keno's, what he did, I don't know if you saw it, he just took a bit too much of a curve and his Red Bull just spam with it.
What a result for Lewis though. What a result for Lewis Wyatt.
23 laps on those hards, and now Wyatt does confirm.
What a shame for Keno.
8-point race.
And
but now Wyatt got a 5-second uncert, and Keno is gonna overtake Wyatt, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he did, and
that's something. That's something for him. He deserved it.
and Hobbsy, Vipers, Ken, the top 3. Well done to you.
Oh God. I'm only quite sad when the race is over because I enjoy doing it, but that was painful. Really, really painful. I am sorry on the stream and I have people watching. Genuinely massive thank you because I'm surprised you not fell asleep. But well done, Jane Aero. His first win. Last season's Drivers' Champion. He gets his first win of this season, hoping to build on it now. Trying to pony by Hobbsy. And a good finish for Vipers Ken as well. So thank you for tuning in the Twitter. The 13 of you actually that have tuned in tonight. I mean, and apologies again because it was an absolute farce, to be honest. But it is what it is. Well, let's let me go over the final signs. Go on, let me take it away.
52 minutes. That race should have been done in 42. J Nero, after well, here's the stat for you. Out of all the drivers that finished, only one of 2 drivers to make 4 stops takes a win. So Alpha Tauri 1-4, Fabi Venom from 5th to 4th, Hobbsy and Vipers came. Bearing in mind they finished where they qualified, near enough, not too bad. Kino 12th to 6th, a possible shout for driver of the day, but also 2 to Jay Silver in the Mercedes 14th to 8th. Only 8 drivers finishing. AJ Brewer was a bot. Normally I say what a race, yeah, what a race, and not a good one here in the Netherlands, and thank you Codemasters for that, and thank you for giving my good buddy a nice 2-3 hours of extra work that he didn't need.
You know, I'm up at 7 AM, it's great, isn't it? Brilliant. No, look, I'll try not to be too negative. Thank you to everyone who's tuning, because you could have, I'd have turned it off, to be honest, if I were watching. I'm not even going to lie to you, I would. Let's just hope that we're going to do Sochi tomorrow. We have to do Sochi. It's not fair to cancel it because the game's let us down. We'll hope tomorrow Sochi's a bit more entertaining, a bit more eventful, but in the nice way. And we'll try and rack our brains and give the fairest possible outcome of what happened tonight. If you did retire, by the way, due to the safety cars in terms of... I can't even think. If you did retire to the safety cars due to drive-through pens that you couldn't do, please DM me and let me know. Please, don't lie either. Please, don't lie. Please DM me and let me know, and I'll do my absolute best to give you some sort of points because it doesn't really seem very fair. I'm sure Jack would agree. Thank you to Jack for staying with me. To be honest with you, Jack, I'm so glad you're here. If I was sat here on my own for that race, I probably would have fell asleep or threw my controller through the TV. So thank you, Jack. I'm glad you made it. You weren't going to make it at one point. Thank the Lord you did, because you gave me a bit of sanity. And thank you for the 12 people that have joined the stream. And to be fair, a lot of you commented. My head's mashed. I'm up in 7 hours for football, and to be honest with you, these are the sort of races, and I hate saying it, but they're the sort of races where you sit here and think, why do I even bother? And it sounds awful, but it really does make me feel like that. I'll try my absolute best. Hopefully Jack can give me a bit of a hand and we can sort some stuff out. And we'll end the stream. It's been going on for far too long as it is. Can we rewind an hour and a half and do it again, please? That'd be great. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But thank you for tuning in and sticking with me and sticking with Jack. And thank you again to Jack, because like I say, without him here tonight, and it had been absolutely... I don't even know what I'd have done. So thank you again to all of you, and we'll hopefully see you in less than 24 hours for Sochi, for Russia. Congratulations to Jelly on the win, Jane Arrow on the win, whatever you want to call him. Congratulations Jake on the win. And we'll try and rack our brains and we'll get something sorted. But I'm going to go before I hang myself. I shouldn't even say that on the stream, but no, seriously. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night. Limmy, do you have anything to say before we end it?
No.
Oh, I'm actually going to hang myself, by the way. Don't worry. I shouldn't have said that, but it's been that sort of race. I'm going to get a nice, cold, refreshing beer, I think, out of the fridge. I'm going to crack it open right now. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow in Sochi. Please, please, please be a good race. Bye!